If we compare the NaN not a number with any primitive data type except Boolean, then except the not equal to operator, the comparison always results in false. We cannot compare the NaN means not a number with the Boolean and string. Let us try to compare the NaN with the primitive data types except Boolean. Let's open the file relational.java. Here we have the integer variable a is equal to 5. We have the Boolean variable c, in which we are storing the output of this operation. Each a is greater than NaN, each a is greater than not a number. Let us try to compile it. Java C relational.java. Compiler says cannot find the symbol NaN. You know that when we do an operation 0.0 divided by 0, then the division operator returns NaN, means not a number. But the word NaN is not something itself in the compiler. So if you use the word NaN, the compiler thinks that you are using a variable which you forgot to declare. So right here 0.0 divided by 0 instead of NaN. You cannot write the word NaN. So right here 0.0 divided by 0. Compile and execute it. Compiles fine, then run it. Java relational. It runs fine and printing false. So in the first point you can see it does not matter what the value of the primitive variable with which you are comparing the NaN. If you are not using the not equal to operator, then the operation will always result false. And if you are using the not equal to operator, does not matter what the value of primitive variable is. If you are writing some primitive variable not equal to NaN, it will always result true. Let's write here not equal to. Right here not equal to. Not equal to. Compile it. Compiles fine. Then run it. It runs fine and printing true. If I write here 9999 instead of 5, compile and execute it. Compiles fine and then run it. It runs fine, still printing true. It does not matter what is getting compared with the NaN. The operation will always result true if you are using the operator not equal to. And the operation will always result false if you are using the relational operator other than not equal to. Note down these 2 points. If x represents any primitive variable or constant except Boolean, then we cannot use NaN as a word. This is the error. Then does not matter what the relational operator you are using other than the not equal to operator, it always returns false. And if you are using the not equal to operator, does not matter what the value of x, it always returns true. Now question is that can we compare two NaNs? Can we compare to not a number? Yes, we can do that. Here we are comparing two NaNs. Here we are comparing two not a numbers. If we are comparing two NaNs, then it behaves same as it has been behaved with other primitive data types. That means if we are using any relational operator other than not equal to, then it results false. And with not equal to operator, it results true. Compile and execute it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine and then run it. It runs fine and printing false. If I write here not equal to operator, then it results true. Compile it. Java C relational.java, then run it. Java relational, it prints true. Now let's compare infinity with any other primitive type. Right here any number divided by 0. Right here suppose that 3.4 divided by 0.0, it will result infinity. And now we are comparing it with other number 32. Suppose 32. So here we are comparing is infinity not equal to 32. Let's compile and see what the compiler is saying. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine and then run it. Java relational. It runs fine and printing true. Means infinity is not equal to 32. Now let's check. Is infinity is greater than 32? Logically it's correct because infinity is greater than any possible number. So compile and run it and let's see what's happening. Compiles fine, then run it. It's printing true because infinity is much more than any number. Now let's check is infinity is less than a number. Is infinity is less than a number. Compile it and then run it. It prints false, means infinity cannot be less than any number. You know that there is a concept of minus infinity, so let's use the minus infinity. Now I am comparing, is minus infinity less than 32? It should be yes, because minus infinity is less than any possible number. Compile it. Compiles fine, then run it. It prints true. So minus infinity is less than any possible number. Now let's check the greater than operator. Is minus infinity greater than any number? Is minus infinity greater than 32? Let's check it. Compile it. Compiles fine, then run it. It runs fine and saying false. Minus infinity cannot be greater than any possible number. Now let's compare two infinities. Make it infinity. 2 divided by 0.0. Now let's compare it. Is minus infinity is greater than plus infinity? Compile it. Compiles fine and then run it. It runs fine and printing false. Means minus infinity cannot be greater than the plus infinity. Now check it with less than operator. Is minus infinity is less than plus infinity? Compile and run it. It compiles fine and then run it. It runs fine and printing true. Yes, minus infinity is less than the plus infinity. Now let's compare two plus infinities. Is plus infinity less than plus infinity? Let's compile and see what is the result. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, then run it. Java relational. It runs fine and printing false. Means plus infinity cannot be less than the plus infinity. Now use here greater than sign. Is plus infinity is greater than plus infinity? Let's compile it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, then run it. It runs fine and printing false. Means plus infinity can never be less than or greater than the plus infinity. Now let's use here equal to sign. Is plus infinity is equal to plus infinity? Let's save and execute it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, then run it. It runs fine and printing true. Means plus infinity is equal to plus infinity. And similar is the case with the minus infinity. Now the question is, can we compare infinity with NaN? Let me write here and let's compare the infinity with NaN. Let's save and compile it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, then run it. Java relational. It runs fine and printing false. Means infinity cannot be equal to not a number. Let's check it here by writing greater than operator. Is plus infinity greater than not a number? Let's save and compile it. Java C relational.java. It's compiled fine and then run it. It runs fine and printing false. It's saying that the infinity cannot be greater than NaN, cannot be greater than not a number. Let me use here less than operator. Is infinity less than not a number? Let's save and compile it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, then run it. It runs fine and printing false. That means the plus infinity cannot be less than, greater than or equal to not a number. Now let us use here minus infinity. Right here minus. Is minus infinity is less than not a number? Let's check it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, then run it. It runs fine and printing false. So does not matter we are using plus infinity or minus infinity. It will always result false if we are comparing it with not a number. Let's write here greater than sign. Save and compile it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, clear the screen, then run it. Java relational. It runs fine and printing false. Similarly, if we are using here double equal operator, equal to operator, then also result will be same, means false. Save and compile it. Java C relational.java. Compiles fine, then run it. Java relational. It runs fine and printing false. That's all for this video guys. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe this channel if you are new, and leave your valuable comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.